Helps if I turn the mic on, huh, guys? I must have turned it off because I just tested it upstairs. That's so weird. Well, you should hear me at this point. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, we're good now. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, so yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I thought I had my mic on, but I guess I had not turned it on yet. Well, that's all right. I'm back, no problem. Well, hey, let's just start that all over again. Hi, my name is Chris. If it's your first time here or your 50th time here, thanks, welcome, all that good stuff. God, now I just ran all over my house. All right, well, so as I was trying to say today is what we're going to do is I do 3 different art forms. First one is resin crafting. I also do sewing and I make rugs. And so for today, we're going to do one of those 3 art forms. We're going to do some sewing. And as I was talking earlier, what I was saying is this is the new microfiber that I use. And let's switch back over to the other camera. So this is the new microfiber that I use. It's the same on both sides, whereas the older one side is textured, one side is not. And so what we're going to do today is I have 12 of these left. And so I don't know if we're going to cut all 12 today, but we'll see. And what they produce in the end is this guy right here. So you have the microfiber on one side and you have a nice cotton on the other, and that way you can grab it and go this way instead of having to touch the microfiber. Some people have a sensory issue. They don't like touching it. So that's what we're going to do, and eventually what we're going to do is we'll switch over to these new ones. And they come in all kinds of colors, so I'll be real happy next year. This will be the only kind we use, because I'm going to completely switch to that company. But this one was an older one that I got from Tuesday Mornings is where I got this one. So we're just going to cut some of these out for today. Nice little simple one. If it doesn't take too long, then we're going to sew some of them up as well. All right, so let's get busy. So this is my pattern. As you can see, it is exactly the same thing, just with what they call seam allowance. So you could sew all of that, and there you go, right? So you cut your little square out, and there you go. That's all we're gonna do. So I have a few, just different ones, all kinds of fun stuff. So we'll go through them individually. We'll start here with this bottom one. All right, so let me just kind of clear my workspace. I always kind of set up everything so I could talk to you guys, but then it always messes up my workspace. So this fabric is from, actually let's just cut that off right now. I always like to start by just cutting all of this strip off. That way it's nice and even. And what this fabric is, if you haven't seen it, is the Arizona Coyotes. If you don't know the Arizona Coyotes, they are a hockey team, I believe. I want to say they're a hockey team. Shows you how much I know about sports, though. But I got it because I live here in Arizona, and so, you know, it's common to have people be like, oh, you have any Arizona stuff? You know what I mean? So I figured it'd be a good idea to actually have some. All right, let's just fold it on this side just so I can make sure everything's good. Don't you just hate force updates? All right. So, it's pretty simple. All you do, being as this is the entire piece, I don't need to cut. Toss. I don't need to cut this at all. You do have to stretch it a little bit because you can start to see it tends to want to curl up on itself. But it is that right size. You see what I'm saying? So we don't need to cut these at all. We just need to cut the actual cotton. And yes, we'll be cutting 2 of these at one time. Because there is, 2 layers there. There's the top and bottom layer. So we'll cut 2 at one time. This pattern's a little big, so I typically like to just cut on the inside of it. Sometimes I cut purposely on the outside to kind of like add a little bit. But for these ones, I usually take away a little bit. Wonderful. Now we have 2 of these little guys. And that's perfect. That, plenty of the logo is all over it that way. And they essentially look the same. Awesome, first 2 done. That's what I said, we'll probably end up doing some sewing as well today because the cutting should not take too long. Normally I can cut about all of these in a half an hour or so. But that's all we're gonna use of that one. What we're gonna do is the rest of it will be made into, like I'm gonna fold it like that, and then that will be sewn into a bag. So we're not going to use the rest of it for now. And then the rest of, actually, you know what? Let's do this. We'll just cut that right now. And then this will get made into scrap, so it's gonna get made into like little things. Maybe a dice bag or something along those lines. And that's just gonna be made into a bag. Of course, not to be outdone by the Coyotes, we also have the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yeah, Arizona Diamondbacks. Yeah, or a hockey team. Yeah, they're a hockey team. And then the Diamondbacks, they're a baseball team. That one I'm kind of cheating on though because it actually has a little baseball there. The other one didn't have any hockey thing, so I was just kind of guessing that it's hockey. All right, just like before, we're gonna go ahead and just cut this strip right on off. And that just becomes trash, or for me, I'm gonna have it all shredded, and then I can use it as stuffing and pillows. All right. Same thing we just did before. And I always like to try to look at it and see if I can't, like for this one, what we're gonna do is fold it here, leaving all the rest of that free. If we had to cut it, the middle would have been used essentially instead. And I think it's gonna be better this way. Let's see, is that too big, too small? Too big. always like to have at least a few on there. Do one last little check, make sure everything's looking good. This one was not perfectly square at the bottom, so I just wanted to cut that little piece off. And then I always like, if I'm on a fold, just do it at the fold. That way, that piece always just becomes a straight line that way. Clean up any little bits, so that way that just becomes trash. This can be cut off. And so that way I'll have that to use for making. Just had them there. So that will be used to make these little guys, the small ones, which this is the new Christmas ones. We got that one, and then you ready for this one? Super cute. Little doggies. I'm not cool. Little dogs. Little Christmas dogs. Not cool. That one looks like my old doggy. And then this one looks like my parents' dog. That one looks like my parents' doggies. But now cute. And then if this one was black, she would look like my first dog ever. Like little Tinkerbell. She kind of looks like little Tinkerbell. But I like it. I thought it was very cute. I'm gonna keep one of these for myself just because, you know, it reminds me of my dog. But then these ones are super, like, that fabric is just gorgeous. I love these little blue flowers in it. Those ones, I love those ones. They look so pretty. In person too, it really pops. But yeah, so these small ones, they just get converted into that. So we'll probably make 3 of them. 1, 2, and then put this, you know, fold that back out, that'll be 3. And the rest of it, I'll probably sew with other random stuff. But that's another day. So there you go. Now we got 4 done. 2 down from this one, 2 down from that one. 4 done. And same thing with this one. This will be converted, the rest of it, into a bag. Actually, this one's probably not enough fabric for a bag, because technically that's the most we got. So it'll probably be made into dice bags or something smaller, maybe placemats, something like that. If not, I can always buy more fabric, right? I can always go get more, especially of the sports team ones. They always got that in stock. Okay, next up, this is one that I got off AliExpress a little while ago, but I'm loving it. If you know anything about your famous Japanese designers, like I do, this is someone else's pattern, someone else's design. And what it is this is a very famous Japanese artist that does these like smiling flowers. And I kind of just bought it because I was like, oh, they're super cute, you know, but I bet most people in this country probably don't know its origin. So I was like, oh, I'll get away with it, you know, because most people won't even know that it's actually like a Japanese design. But I do, and I still love it though, because it's still super cute. And that this Japanese designer does not make fabric. He's like very particular about his stuff. But I thought it would be cool to have one for me. All right. So I think we know the drill at this point, right? Put my little guys down, put it on a corner, so that way that saves me 2 cuts, right? Like, you know, if I put it here or something, right? That's extra 2 cuts I just saved. And you know, they say time is money. Same thing as you notice I'm always cutting 2 of them. Because time is money. And actually, I want to do the same thing I did for the other one. I don't want to have it loose like that, so we're going to move it. There you go. It took me an extra second, but I think it'll be worth it because now we have all of that as one piece rather than splitting it up. And then our extra will just be this piece right here. And there we go. 2 more done. So now we have 6 done. And again, this can be used into something else. And the rest of it will be stored and used for another project eventually. Because again, I'm not sure if this one's enough for a bag. Maybe. Maybe that's enough for a bag. All right, this one's one that I'm super excited about. Look at that one. It wouldn't be hard to pick up on camera, but the entire thing is gold foiled as well. So you kind of see, I don't know if we can get into the camera there. You can see it's actually like, it's hard to really, it's not gonna really pick it up very well, but you see like in the yellow, you see all that, that's gold. But in real life, it actually is shiny. So you got to think in person, all of that like gold is just shiny, you know? But it's subtle. It's not, I've seen shinier gold. So anytime you get a big piece like this is 2 yards of fabric is what this is. And so typically what I do for that is find the middle point and then cut it. Because 1 yard of fabric is always easier to deal with than 2. And you can just rip it. This only works really on cottons, by the way. If you're doing that on something else, it might not work. Silks or things like that, depends on how they're woven. But yeah, now I just, fold it back up. And I can keep that piece folded up. Usually I keep these 1 yarders, I keep them under my table. That way it's kind of like if I just need a lining or I need something, I can basically just go vloop and pull it right back out. And whatever it is, that's kind of what your lining is gonna be. But it does look so pretty, right? Like just kind of staring at it for a second, I'm like, it does look pretty. Yeah, it's really cool, like, and I figured it worked with everything because it's just so colorful. And it's very much my style. Another thing I love about these are they are lined, but only one thing of it is cotton, so it's like I only gotta cut once, Same thing as always, putting it on the fold. Trying to minimize my cuts, so I put it at the top instead of the bottom or some other random place. And typically I like to cut straight on, but sometimes it don't work out that way. Funkadelic, yes, definitely. I like that term. This guy will be made into the little ones. So we have a bunch of these little ones coming from that same style. And then that would just kind of get left. I'll probably make dice bags out of it or placemats. That would be good, I think, for like around a placemat. You know, like as a border. So like a 2-inch border of just this color all the way around a middle piece. I think that'd look really good. So that's probably what I'll keep it for. Keep it to make it placemats. Because I will be making a little collection of placemats next year. I've already made some, but not enough, you know? I do enjoy making them. Boom, now we went from 6 to 8. Alright. Finally, we got this one. I got this donated to me by a patron of mine. She got me a couple yards of this fabric. I have not actually touched it yet. This is like, I ironed it, you know, all that kind of goodness, but that's all I've done to it. But it's a gorgeous fabric. If you have not seen it yet, this one I'm not going to cut up just because I want to make sure I can kind of use it as much of it as possible. So we're kind of going to do it like that. But if you haven't seen this one, super amazing fabric. It's all of the superheroes. So you got your Captain, actually, you know, probably better this way. So you got your Iron Man, your Captain Americas, the Hulk, and Spider-Man. Essentially the 4 like basic superheroes of Marvel. I'm making all kinds of things out of this because I have 4 yards of it. All right, let's get these last 2 cut. Also, just so you know, I have white, orange, and blue. That's how they come when they're sealed. They come sealed in this little package. But right now, I'm burning my way through because these ones really only work on like dark colors, right? Like you're not going to be able to, you don't see nothing, you know what I mean? So you have to do it with a nice like orange. Also, I do want to remind everyone the sale is on and will keep going on till the end of next week. I've already had a sale or 2, so make sure to get on that website and get some stuff. I'll be shipping out some stuff tomorrow and then probably ship some more stuff out Friday, hopefully. Same thing with this one. I'm just going to cut this whole thing. I didn't really need to, but I like it to be clean, you know, like one line there. And still got plenty of it. Oh, hi, Empty. Howdy, everyone. You came. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Yeah. It was weird. This computer. So I have 2 computers. This computer had a different time then like when I started this computer up, it said, oh, you're live at 2 p.m. And I'm like, what? And so this one was not on this California time, or not on Arizona time, it was on California. So it was thinking I was an hour different. And so it was confused because it was like, well, it's already past 2 o'clock. You can't start a live stream after that time period. Like, it was like kind of confused. So I went upstairs, thought I changed it, and I changed it to 4, and it was already 3. It was just, sometimes this weird stuff happens. Weird computer glitches. But yeah, so this will just keep. I'm gonna turn it into the small guys. The idea is like to try to find just one of these, right? Like just that Thor and get him. But the problem with this one is, look how close they are together. It's impossible to do, really. So if I do the Hulk, you're getting a part of Captain America, a part of Iron Man, and a part of Spider-Man, right? So, it's a weird fabric because they decided to make every single one a different doop, 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 that shape, But I still love it. And I like the background is all classic comics. It might be hard to see on camera there, but you see, it's all classic comic book. So that's cool. I thought that was cool. Ooh, also, I just did a Grinch. Well, I haven't finished it yet, but I just did the outline for a little Grinch. I'm gonna send you the details about it later. But because we talked about your contest win being the Grinch guy, and yeah, I can't find a better Grinch than the one you showed me. So I'm just gonna do that one. But the ones I'm gonna do for like my normal customers, I want to do it with a background. But for you, I can do it with no background because it's much bigger. The ones I'm making are only like 12 inches, 10 inches ones, a little smaller. But yeah, that's 12. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, actually, no, I'm done. I need 2 more. So we'll use this one. There's another one that I thought was just really cool. To you guys, it probably just looks orange, but if you get really close up, little gold dots. Little gold dots. But yeah, so I'm gonna make that sample this week, and then we're going to, I'll cut it up and show it off in the next 2 weeks here. And I think the first week or second week of December, I'll do like a Grinch marathon where I make like a dozen of them, That way I have them for the Phoenix Comic-Con or Phoenix events. All right, let's do this one more time because I can't count apparently. Hey, we can't use the orange one finally. We use the white one. The white ones technically are a better quality. It's gonna be like impossible for you guys to really see this, but this is chalk. That is wax. The white one is wax. So the white one comes off when you heat it. The colored one does not. And this was a backup lining that I had gotten for Halloween, but I thought, it still looked cute. So I figured I'd make a few of them out of this fabric. And we're probably gonna leave that. Yeah, let's get rid of it. I've been doing it to all the others. So there you go, nice and clean. And that will be plenty for a bag. Yeah, I think people will like the Grinch too, so that's why I kind of stole your idea there. Because I was already thinking of the Grinch, of doing the Grinch, but at this point I was like, oh, okay, we'll see what Umpty wants, or the winner really, whoever that is, we'll see what he wants and then go for it, you know? And because I mean, that's what I did for the Harley Quinn. I made the one that I got for Baby Ice, I made a copy of that too. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I'll make a copy of it, and then you were like, do the Grinch, and I was like, hey, that was already on my list. So, okay. Give me one moment. Hold on. Give me like 2 minutes. Because I'm gonna go move all of my cameras and everything around. But I figure it's gonna get dizzy for you guys, so. Actually do have one more. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm extending my my tripod right now. Okay, let me get my pieces. Let me get my pieces together. Let me get my pieces together. Together for everybody. All right, almost. 30 more seconds tops. That's on. Okay. Okay. Cool. So, we're gonna switch over to the other camera now, and I'm gonna do some sewing. All right. Switch to single view. This one. There we go. Hello. Okay. This is my Juki. There are many like it, but this one's mine. Here we go. Okay, so this one's my Juki. It is an MO644D. If you've never seen what it looks like on the inside, you got 4 threads back here. They go up here. Each one is color coded. So then you go here like a yellow to the yellow to the yellow to yellow, right? Or green to green to green to green, or blue to blue, yada yada. You know what I mean? And so you go through, you don't have to do them color coordinated. Like I do it this way because I wanted my interiors to all be red, white, and blue. And then all the externals are done in rainbow thread. So all you do at the end of the day is push that pedal. I wonder if I can get this high enough so you guys can see it. Yeah, I can. Perfect. Oh, wow, look how dirty that is. But yeah, so you've got this little pedal here. And that's all it does. And it's very simple, yes or no kind of thing. Like you can kind of go a little bit slower, but not really. It's like a yes or a no. So I just got that on my foot, and there we go. And basically at this point, I'm just kind of picking a color, any color, right? Pick a color, then pick a fabric and go for it, right? So let's start with the obvious one. I cut 2 oranges with my 2 oranges. How I typically do it is that I just lay, whatever side you lay on this will become the back side. So I wanted my detail, instead of it being flat, like that way. And that technically is the back, right? So one thing I always do as well, cut that old little tag off. And I have a little collection of them over there. And then, you know, put one in the corner, put one in the other corner. There you go. You know what? You might be better off. How about that? Probably a little better off there, right? Yeah, okay, good. As you can see, this house is more meant for working and getting stuff through than it is for showing people. I try to be a teacher, but you know, at the same time, I got a business to run and I got inventory to make. So I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, all of this, see look, I have all of that cut. That's all the small ones. Yeah, you guys can see that, yeah. I have all the small ones cut, all the small things are cut, and so that whole thing will be done by the end of this month. I go through about 50 or more a month. At least 50. I mean, 50 is a low number for me, really. And how you do that, production like that, is I'm not gonna finish this, I'm gonna go to the next one. And so we do it again. Find those 2 points and sew it again. Typically, I would do 10 or more of these at one time. Because we're doing it for, you know, for entertainment purposes here today, we're just gonna do 2 at a time. But yeah, same thing, boom, put it corner to corner. As soon as it is past this line, you can stop. And do try to, if you have any kind of bits and bobs in there or anything, try to get it out, because otherwise you're gonna sew it right on in. And yes, I do cut that whole line off. So this is like a bound edge that they put onto them, and I cut them off. I just find it makes it better. It makes it flatter, because otherwise you're gonna have that ridge inside and people wouldn't understand, like, why is it doing that, you know? Wouldn't make any sense. The only thing different is when you go to the end, 2 things. You always want to try to make sure you look at the back, look at the front, try to get it as flat as possible. If it's like all bunched up or something, then it's not going to fit right. It's not going to be flat in the end. So now we're going to go through it. But don't go all the way. See, every other time we went all the way, we're gonna stop about 2 inches prior. And let's do that one more time. Now, a lot of times I put it over my knee, and that way I can kind of push it and pull it into the right shape. And do that, this thing, you just move it and keep going. Just be careful because that is a scissor. This right here, the little piece of metal, it goes down every time, and there's another piece of metal here, and it's a scissor. And it just cuts it. This piece is solid, and it just hits it like that. Kind of like your teeth. Kind of chews it up. Then I just cut any little extra piece I have off. I gotta clean all this stuff off, and then I can turn it inside out. A lot of times how I do that is straight up with a vacuum cleaner. Because it'd take me too long to sit here and pick every little piece out, vacuum clean it. So what I do usually is I take all of them, put them all together so that the endings are together. And then just kind of, throw them in the corner and make my dozen, then clean them all up, then turn them all inside out, and they will become, ready to sew, to finish up. All right, 1 second, actually, I forgot my cell phone. And I wanted to be able to get the chat. Okay, 1 second, let me get my phone. Because I wanted to be able to read chat. I'm all discombobulated this week. Look, my phone. I thought I had it already. Huh. Oh, I must have left it in my car or something. Oh, well, I don't see my chat. I just won't see chat. Never mind, sorry. Sorry about that. I was trying to see if I could see chat, but apparently I left my phone in my car or something. So I went and got lunch today at Cane's. But if you don't have Cane's in your area, you're missing out. Let's do red and burgundy next. Actually, let's do green for the Hulk, right? Also, each one of these came with like so many of these little plastic bits. Oh my God. That was one of the main reasons I was like, I don't want to use this company again. They have way too many little plastic bits. Everything had so much plastic on it. I mean, they're essentially the exact same. So we'll do that one that way, this one this way. Also, another thing, the fabric goes on the bottom. That's like a great tip for you there. The fabric goes on the bottom. Reason being, of course, is this stuff is very sticky. And so if you have something sticky going through this, then it's going to be a problem, right? Granted, this is stainless steel, so it's harder to actually stick to stainless steel, but that doesn't mean it's not impossible. Or that won't just be as smooth as it could be. I wonder if you guys can hear my chair. I gotta go back and listen one time if I can hear my chair. I might need to buy a new chair. So we're gonna take this cute one and mix it with this pink. gonna get red and red for that one, dark red and dark red for this one. So the coyotes here will be getting the dark red. The diamondbacks can get the other one. And yeah, see, this is how I would normally do it. All right, so we have the Arizona Cardinals, or sorry, Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm gonna put this nice red with it. No, she never gets dirty. If you guys don't have one of these, highly recommend. It's just a little button and it sucks in air and blows it out. You know, but it's the best for dusting or anything like that. The best. And it's just rechargeable, and you know, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You're just basically, you're good there. So finally, we have our little flowers. And the flowers are gonna be one with this little coral color, and the other one with a nice little peach, or a pink kind of. Last one there. Hope everyone had a great weekend. This week is just as good. So now, as I said before, normally, this is how I do that. So cut it and do it again, right? And just keep going. So, I mean, that's gonna be the rest of the stream today. We're just gonna finish these ones up, and then that will be the whole stream. So I can say right now, thank you so much for stopping by. If you do stop by, thank you so much. Consider subscribing. As you can very much see, this is a home-based business, and so, you know, any support is amazing support. A share, a like, a comment, everything like that means the world to me. I'm thinking what I'm doing from now on is I'm going to do my updates on my website once a month. That's like the new goal. So the next update will be in December, but there is a sale going on right now for the next 2 weeks to kind of relaunch the website, because I had launched it in summer, got like a sale or two, and then kind of just like abandoned it. I really wasn't updating it. Kind of one of those things, the more I take on, the less I can do of other things, right? So something that will be happening next year is I will be reducing some of my content. Specifically, the unboxing life videos will be kind of going away. I will still do some unboxing videos, but no longer will it be like a weekly show. It's actually going to be like an every 2 to 3 week show. I'm thinking twice a month is what I'm thinking. And what I'll do instead of those days is I'm thinking I'll probably just do another live stream or no content at all. So on Wednesdays, we might be getting, like tomorrow I'm gonna do a live stream to kind of test the theory out. But I'm thinking that, you know, Wednesdays are gonna be live streams or unboxing life. Oh, one more done. And this is how you do a business efficiently, right? Like the whole thing is always about learning, 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 you know? So that's why the unboxing live, they're kind of going to go away, because I just don't feel that it's adding a lot of value to the company. But I still will be unboxing things all the time. I mean, I have 30 molds, literally 30 molds in this house right now that you've never seen. Like resin molds, I have 30 of them that you've never seen. I mean, some are like this big, or like, you know, little stuff, nothing too crazy. But I mean, you know, because I'm preparing for next year already. So it's like, I'm looking at what I'm spending and looking at all that, and just, you know, the unboxing is, I'm going to focus more on it being resin based, and, you know, I honestly haven't bought a toy in 3 months. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like, as an adult, I just don't, I mean, I'd buy stuff every single day if I could. It's just, you know, I have to look at, am I going to buy fabric today? Am I going to buy a toy, right? It's like, I'd rather buy the fabric. Keep the business going, you know? But yeah, you know, at first I was kind of upset about it, and then I realized it's like, it just means that I actually like my job. Like, I'm gonna turn down other things to do this, which means I actually like this. Which again is why you should definitely support me. Like, you know, I'm trying my hardest out here for sure. This is my only job. Or should I say career, really, because it's my only career. And I'm so proud of myself. I really have done a lot this year, and I'm starting to take like inventory of what I've been doing, and it's doing good. I even got invited to my first market ever So a company contacted me that was local here in Phoenix, and they were like, hey, we'd like to have you do our market event. And unfortunately, I did turn them down because it was $150, and I was just like, I just don't feel that that's gonna work for me, you know? But it was so nice of them to offer, you know? But I did recently get an email, actually just today, I got an email about another market, so I'm excited about that one. That's a regular market called the the Arizona Food Festival, which is like an annual little thing. But hopefully I'll be working with them soon. So I'm super excited about that. And their tables are only $50, so it's like, do I want to pay $150 or $50? And so that's what I told the guy. I was like, dude, I would have to stop going to an event that I'm going to spend $50 at to go to your event for $150. I was like, I just can't be, you know, I can't risk it. However, the 150 event is a shoe event, and so the people that go to that event do spend more money. So I mean, that was kind of his argument. It was like, look, man, you know, people sell $100 pairs of shoes. I can charge $150, no problem. And I was like, yeah, well, the place I'm going to, you know, they're selling drinks and food, so they're not going to charge that much. And that's, you know, that's the thing I've been learning literally all year is how to say no. It's honestly been, I would say, my biggest flaw in my life is I have the inability to say no to people. I say yes so fast. I'm just like, yeah, that sounds great. And then I'll walk away, be like, oh no, that's terrible. I can't do that. So I've really been trying to push myself this year to say no as often as possible to really, you know, make sure I want to do it. Like for instance, yesterday I was going to do a live stream, but I just wasn't feeling 100%, and so I said, no, I'm not going to do it. Because no one wants to see me miserable. I went back and watched a few of my live streams, and me upset and sad is not fun to watch at all. It is not fun. It's not fun at all to watch. So I was like, no, I need to, you know, take stock of my life and you know, grow the hell up. You know, I used to think that, you know, there was some magical age where you become an adult and suddenly, you know, you have life figured out, and that's just not how it is. And I finally accepted that this year of just like, whatever my life becomes is what my life becomes, and I'm just going to enjoy the ride. Instead of, you know, trying to figure out what the destination is going to be. Just don't even worry about it and just live your life. And I've been a lot happier ever since. I'm just lucky that what I like to do is also something that I can do for a living, right? Like I'm really fortunate in that sense. Which was a lot of accidental planning. Like I kept being like, oh, I like sewing and I like all this, but never in a million years did I dream that I could be a YouTuber. But I love it. It's so much fun. Okay, so now we're getting a little clustered over there, but that's all right. I actually have a few more of these I'm gonna make after the stream as well. One of them's a gift for Christmas. So make sure you remember, you know, Christmas is coming up. And personally for me, my commissions stop December 10th. I will not be taking any orders, I think, past December 12th. Like even on the website, we'll close down like December 12th or so. Maybe, because technically I'm gone past like the 15th or so. So maybe the 14th or so, but really, like just consider the first, second week of December to be where I'm gonna shut down. Not permanently by any means. I'll be back next year. I'm not going anyways. You can't get rid of me. I love it too much. I love all you guys for watching and commenting and all the love and support I get. It's the best. Hopefully me venting a little bit and just like, kicking it. Because I was trying to make these days feel like you're working with me. That was like kind of the idea of it, of like, hey, I'm just chatting and you're over here and you're doing your job and I'm sitting here doing my job. And we're just, bitching about the day. Because I'm thinking about, that's like what the Tuesday streams will be. Well, Tuesday they'll be like instructional videos, and then Wednesdays will be like stitching bitches, where it's just like me at a machine, and I just start it up and I go, hey y'all, and then just like start sewing and telling you about the drama of my life, But we'll see. Nothing's in stone. I just kind of, trying to feel the vibe, as they say nowadays. To see if that's what the customers want, if that's what the audience wants, if that's what I want. And to make sure y'all gain something from that, because if it's just me complaining, then it's not going to be very good, But all right, so we got 1. Got 2. Got 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. 7. 8. 9. So now we have 9 of them done. And only a few more to go. Yeah, we just got, okay, cool. Just a couple. So as we wrap up for the day, thanks for listening to my, first episode of the Stitch and Bitch. Like, name TBD. We have a, I'm not confident on the name yet. There was actually a sewing group called that. If anyone doesn't know the history of that word, a phrase, I guess it'd be a phrase technically, right? But yeah, so it comes from an old organization that would do that. They would walk around and stitch and complain about their husbands. But I ain't got me no husband. I was thinking another name would be Work Alongside Chris, or Work with Chris, or Working It with Chris. Just kind of, I kind of like putting my name into it just because it's my brand, it's my thing. Like, I want to kind of associate it with me. But at the same time, I could name it something else. But I've been thinking in it, Working It with Chris, Work with Chris, Stitching Chris, Chris and Stitching, like, you know what I mean? Like, so some of it kind of sounds religious, right? Like Christian stitching, like it sounds like I'm making Jesus stuff or something. I don't know. But I'm still thinking the name up. The name will be in January. I want names for everything. I want names, logos, branding for everything. Even these little guys, they'll get names. I'm thinking of even doing a contest next year from like January to March. That's like every month you basically help me pick out a name for a brand. Like, this might be called Pocket Napkins or, Mega Napkins or something. Like, we'll figure out the name. I'm confident I'll think of something clever eventually. Eventually, I gotta come up with something, right? If not, my lovely fan base can help me. But you know, we're getting closer to that 200 mark. The goal was 250 by the end of the year. We'll see if we hit it. And then next year's 1,000. We're gonna go shoot for the moon. Got the one more. Which this one was causing me problems, so I kind of left it to the end there. This happens every once in a while. One of them gets like way stretched out. See, like perfect, and then like weirdly stretched. So we'll probably, I call these factory rejects, factory defects, right? And so I will probably keep this one because it's gonna end up being like 10 inches instead of 11, but let's just sew it anyways, you know? I've learned that this year of like, let me just sew it, finish it. Worst comes to worst, I can give this away for free, or I can use it because I need my own samples and I can be out in the world and be like, hey, look at this. And people don't know that it's the wrong size, right? Like when they order it, they won't be able to tell. So, you know, I'll keep it because I don't want to give you a bad product. Like I'm not going to screw you. Like I'm going to give you a good product. But you know, sometimes it's just better to do it. It's because old me that would have been the end of my day. I would have been yelling and screaming and so sad, and that would have been the end of it. So a lot of that's just growth. And hopefully you can grow too. I believe in you. You can do it. All right, so that's 12 of these little bad boys. I'm gonna go ahead and get back over to the other camera. Give me 1 second. Bam. All right, sorry, I couldn't read chat for the last like 10 minutes. Oh, you can't hear the chair? Good. It's squeaky as hell. It's so squeaky. That chair is so squeaky. I gotta figure out something because it bothers me. If I'm doing it for like 3-4 hours, every time I move, it just squeak, 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 squeak. It drives me crazy. See you on the next one. Cool. Yeah. I mean, you know, I was supposed to say, you guys are always glad, you know, come and go as you please, for sure. Working it with Chris. Yeah, working it with Chris, it just sounds more like dancing. That was the thing I was worried about, is working it sounds like, working it, you know, like if you get into the dance scene, if you work it, girl, like that's very gay. And so I was kind of like, that could be cool. I was thinking sewing it, like sew into it, like SEWNIT, sew into it, like that, with Chris Collected, and you know, sew into microfiber today, sew into cotton today. That was like an idea of like, yeah, I could do it as a gimmick, right? Like sew into me, sew into life, sew into happiness, but it's SEW. Because you know, I was trying to think of stickers. That's why I said branding, because this year was all about my phrases, like trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world safe for everyone. And I have stickers and all that kind of stuff coming out for all that, but it's like, I also wanted to do the branding of like all of these guys and what are they called and all that, and do stickers for that. So I was thinking sew into Chris, or Chris, because there's one called So Drunk with Drew, or So Drew with Drunk, something like that. And he drinks and like talks, and he's just like, but he flips the words, right? So I was thinking of doing that, like So Chris with, or So Chris with sewing, or something. I don't know. I've been trying to think it out. But anyways, thank you guys for listening to the Working It with Chris. For now, we'll call that the tentative title. You know, so work it with Chris, you know. But yeah. Trust in yourselves, honor yourselves and others, create a world safer for everyone. Thank you so much. Please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, buying stuff on my website, H of I Rugs. That's the House of Improvements. That's an I, not an L. Thank y'all so much. See you in the next one. I'll be back tomorrow, and we're gonna do boom. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow. We gotta trim them up. This was a commission that I got, and so, and it is, you know, wall mounted like all my rugs. 18 inches. That's actually 19 technically, but I'll give them an extra inch, no problem, you know? But yeah, glad y'all are doing good too. I'm doing great. Best year of my life. Tell you what, for sure, best year of my life. Thank y'all so much. See you in the next one. Bye, bye David Dude, bye CFL, bye T. See ya, bye. Oh, actually, let's see if I can get it. See, that little guy, that's what you call it? The Grinch. So that's gonna be the Grinch. That's gonna be the Grinch. Okay, bye y'all. It's Work It with Chris. Bye.